Alright, so we got my 240 right here. Course of action today is seeing if we can't change this alternator out. So in the last video, I was explaining how I was kind of having like some idling issues and just some running issues with the car. I don't think it's the alternator like 100%, but I think regardless, the alternator needs to be replaced because the one I have in there is like really old and really crusty, and it has like I'm pretty sure it has a cracked housing, so that's not good. So I'm just gonna replace it just for like a general maintenance aspect. So yeah, I actually ordered this alternator like back in May, like literally right after I was done, or yeah, like right after I was done with the last video. I was like, all right, cool. So now I'm gonna make a video on, just changing an alternator like next week. Well, that didn't happen. The alternator, like the people I bought it from, it wasn't their fault, to be fair. It was the manufacturer's fault. They were just delaying it, and I don't know if that was because of Corona or what, but anyways, we have it now, and hopefully it works, because if it doesn't, that would suck, and we're gonna have to literally run a crusty one. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna try to replace this alternator. It's super easy from what it looks like. I mean, I remember putting it in. It has because the alternator acts as the tensioner for the pulleys and for the belt on this particular engine. So it's just going to be the tensioner bolt, and then there's a bottom bolt that it pretty much anchors to, and then it has another like nut and stud for pretty much the I can't remember the name of the cable, but it's the cable that runs from the starter to the alternator to charge it. And then it has a plug, and that's pretty much it, and then the belt. So let's get to it. And if you hear any background noise, it's because my neighbors are working on a badass Miata. So let's get to it. So there's that crusty alternator I was telling you about. I'm pretty sure there's, like I said, I think there's a crack in the housing somewhere. So when we pull it out, we'll find out. But so that's the crusty alternator. And then the new one looks like this. It's pretty nice. Like, I will say, like, they did a good job like building it. So it's in the box. So I probably also should say that, like, from the last video up until now, I've been kind of messing with the car here and there. I've changed up a couple of the vacuum lines, because some of the vacuum lines were really like crusty, or not crusty, they were like messed up. They weren't in like the right places. So I figured I'd just change them around, because I had a couple guys reach out to me after that last video, and they were telling me like, hey dude, this is messed up. So I changed it. Appreciate you guys. Seriously, like everything that you guys tell me and help me out with, like it's appreciated, because I don't know what I'm doing, and all of you guys know what you're doing, so appreciate you. All right, let's get this alternator changed. All right, it's gonna be kind of tricky to show you. Oh, crap. Because, I don't know, it's just gonna be a little tricky. So, this is that alternator plug. How does that even go in there? Alright. I don't know if I can do this with two hands. Sorry. I'm gonna have to put the camera down for a second. Okay, got the plug out. It's literally just press on this. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but we got it. So just put that right there. And then these, for me, this head bolt, focus, is a 12mm, and so is the back one behind here. And I think also this one down there, that right there. I think they're all 12s. So let's get those busted out. So just need to loosen this, because that's the tension for the belt. I think it's, because it gets crusty and then not crusty. So, but yeah, I'm gonna get that out of there. Okay, so I almost have it out. It's actually really simple. I mean, it's honestly not that difficult. So the bottom bolt I was talking about, this is what it looks like. It's just a really, really long bolt with a lock washer and a flat washer. My bolt head is kind of messed up, so I'm gonna try to be careful with this. So I'm gonna reuse it. And then it has kind of like this tab washer. The reason for this is because so that when this is spinning, it'll lock in, it'll like hit a part of the actual engine or just some part of the, I'm assuming the alternator or the engine. And when it hits it, then it stops this from rotating, and so that the bolt can continuously go through without this, like, you know, constantly doing this. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So all I have now is I just need to take that top bolt out, and then it should come off. And then I need to get that, I think it's called a B+ wire. That sounds wrong, but I need to get that cable off. And then it should be home free. So yeah. It won't come out. Get up from under the car. Hold on. Oh, snap, boys. We got her. That right there, that's the I win game. I just won right there. Okay, there's our alternator. Crusty. Oh, see? Yep, I was right. See? It's got a crack in it right there. I knew it did. All right. Yeah, this is really gross and really old. And I'm sure it wasn't the cause of the problem, like 100% the cause, but it couldn't have helped, you know? So either way, needed to be replaced. So yeah, let's throw that other one in now. Okay, so here are the two alternators. Just kind of like to show you guys just, you know, a brief visual of what they look like. So yeah, so this one obviously has that crack right there. This one doesn't. The one thing I did notice is that the starter cable stud is a little different, but I'm sure it's not going to be that big of an issue. Instead of being oriented like that, it's got it forward facing back. So, but I'm sure, I can't imagine that like having the stud like that is going to make a drastic difference. So pretty sure it'll be okay. If it's not, we'll find out. I mean, it wasn't that hard to take out anyway, so if anything, we'll just have to put it back in. But yeah, so got the alternator changed out. Looks way better than the old one. So I just want to tell you guys also, so I bought this from FR Sport, and they're not the manufacturers, they're just the retailers of this. But if you do go ahead and buy this starter cable stud is a lot smaller than the OEM one. So just be aware of that. So I mean, luckily I have a bunch of nuts, you know, laying around just from building the car and just from having them. So I had a miscellaneous drawer, so I had one. But just be aware that you're gonna probably have to get a new nut for that. But other than that, it's plug and play. I mean, there's really nothing else. So alternator connector plugs right in, goes right into the same location as you took it out, nothing different. and it works perfectly. It looks way better. Let's see if the belt tension's good. So I think it's gonna be solid. I did want to throw this in here too. So before, shout out to, I believe his name's Alec. Shout out to Alec and for telling me this, honestly. So I had this vacuum line, like I had this plugged and I had this like running all the way to like that little outlet, which was making the car run like dog. Like it would dog on itself and die. But once I replaced that, or once I kind of figured that out, ignore that. That's temporary. But so once I figured that out, and then I figured some other vacuum lines out, the car actually started to run. It would actually sit here and idle. So I got some new coolant in it. I got some more power steering fluid in it. So yeah, right now it needs gas because it's out of gas, but the car will run. So I was thinking about maybe getting some gas and then just letting her sit here and idle and see how she does. So let's go get some gas. Start it up and get warmed up. So I think we'll take this one. I got it all hooked back up. Our water softener is making a huge noise. Sorry for that. But anyway, so I got the alternator hooked all the way back up. You can see right there, got our battery hooked up. Got some 91 in the tank. So let's give her a crank. She hasn't been fired up in about a couple weeks or so. So let's see how she does, boys. Get her handy dandy switch. Well, that didn't fix it, but I feel like we're getting closer. Motor sounds strong, sounds like it will run pretty good. But again, I think maybe because the nut I used for the alternator was smaller. But I mean, again, all in all, I feel like it's getting closer. I'm excited because I feel like I'm getting like it's like right there. Like I'm so close to getting this car to run like just perfectly, and it should be good because I got all those vacuum lines kind of sorted away. I'm assuming there's still some bugs here and there. This is my first engine swap, so like you really can't get away from all the bugs, which is not a big deal. And also kind of my huge kajamler mess of wires right here to make this car actually run. So I'm sure that having them all stacked on top of each other also doesn't help. But I mean, it is what it is. So that's why I'm taking it to that UMS shop out in Mesa, because they're the professionals. They know what they're doing. I barely know what I'm doing. So I'm gonna let them just, you know, tinker around with it and see what's what and see if they can fix it. If they can't, then I guess we'll have to figure something else out. So, but yeah. So I think it should be good. When I'm in there, when I'm actually in the seat, just chilling in the car, you know, and just letting it run and letting it, or me having to idle it, like the engine sounds healthy and it sounds like it, you know, it's gonna make a lot of power, which I'm excited about. Like power, I mean a lot of power, I mean like 250 or like hopefully 300, but whatever it is, it's gonna be a lot stronger than my KA that used to be in here. So I'm not looking for big boy power yet because I only have experience driving the car, drifting the car, all that sort of thing, you know, with like probably barely 150 horsepower with the KA. I'm sure it was way less because I'm sure the compression on the rings wasn't a lot, you know, because the engine was 250,000 miles, so, or no, 220,000. So, I mean, I'm sure it wasn't a lot. So, but we're getting there. It's getting closer. So I'm excited for that. But just a little bit more. But I have my dates set for the appointment to take my car in, which is going to be exciting. I'm excited to hear what they have to say. I'm excited to hear what, you know, kind of has to take place, and also where this car will be after, hopefully after all said and done, after taking it to the shop and then picking it up. Hopefully it'll just be one of those things where they'll fix some stuff here and there, make some things look nicer, and then I can just pick it up. I can take it to the DMV if I want to, get and you know, have them or maybe have get some like a couple of exhausts, or what is it, a couple of catalytic converters put on so we can pass smog. And then hopefully pass smog. Anyway, so hopefully we can pass smog, and then hopefully we can take it to the shop. So should be good. I'm excited. I think the car will run really well, and if we can get it on the streets, that'd be radical. But if not, then I'll just have to, if I can't get it on the streets right away, then I'm just gonna take it to a drift event and not drift it, just seriously just drive it on the track. Like, that's literally what I would do. So, but yeah, we're getting closer. I appreciate y'all for watching. I know this video was kind of all over the place. I'm trying to be better at posting videos. Just haven't really had anything to post about. But I got my alternator done, so that's pretty rad. So we got a new one of those in. I fixed some vacuum lines, and I got my appointment set for the shop, so should be good. So with that being said, thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for other videos, because I'm going to be posting, you know, more as we do more to the car, and the more I'll post, and the more, you know, progress the car makes, the more happy I'll be. So yeah, thanks for watching. Remember to leave a excuse me. Remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that bell notifications. Also, just want to excuse me. If you're new to the channel, check out my other videos. I do videos on pretty much my truck and my 240 as of right now. But yeah, so have a rad day. Stay safe. Wear your masks. I am wearing my mask, not in this video because I'm at home, but wear your masks. So, anyways, catch y'all later. Peace out. Have a good one, guys. Bye.